Hey everyone, welcome to Zeitgeist Zealots. I'm Forrest.
I'm back, What's up, guys? It's Major.
I'm Robbie.
Matt.
And coming out of a year-plus hiatus, it's me, your favorite.
Yes, it's our.
How was that coma?
So I had this weird dream recurring where I was like listening to a bunch of my friends talking about like lame Marvel shows that were trying to be good, and seemed to remember a couple Halo discussions. It was very odd. But now I'm out of the coma. You know, I still have the catheter in just because it's so goddamn convenient. Like, you talk about a gaming session, man. You put in that Foley and you are rolling.
I mean, that's what you need to binge to catch up on all this terrible material. For the listeners who are new to the podcast, old friend of the show, poor son of a bitch went into a coma during the first episode of She-Hulk. Just started rolling. Not good at all. We're glad
brain just shut down.
Yeah, do you know how many times we had to show him
video of me like looking at She-Hulk, and then my eyes just roll in the back of my head, and then I vomit and defecated myself simultaneously, and the next thing I know, I'm back.
It's kind of funny
about Secret Invasion.
If you go on YouTube, because this was, thanks to technology, we've got the Ring cameras and the Nest cameras and everything, and so we have the video footage when this happened. And someone online, put auto-tune, and so there's like a side-by-side of like She-Hulk twerking with, was it Cardi B or whatever? And
I thought it was Danny DeVito.
Wait, She-Hulk twerked?
Yeah, She-Hulk's twerking, and then like you're twerking, right? You're twerking like
so
at the same.
He's gonna go back into a coma, Major. Stop.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think the last time you were on the show, you played the Joker for us. So that was it's been a while. But
yes, Batman. I might have been that guy.
Suck my balls, Batman. That's
I was just thinking, I think anyone could play the Joker, and then you just did suck my balls. I was like, oh, I guess not. I think anyone could do a Joker's voice. Suck my balls.
I hope the mouth of your cave is suggestive, Batman, because it's rather large, and so are these balls.
One thing that's no joke is the new Secret Invasion show that just came out by Marvel. And it's no longer a secret. It just invaded our TV screens, and
scrolls. Just like Nick,
there's motherfucking scrolls on this motherfucking.
We invited it upon us.
The scrolls are furious at the Earthlings, and they're blowing shit up. So
are they furious?
Yeah, but luckily Nick Fury got there in the nick of time to watch shit get blown up. And
some would even say that he was a bit late.
Yeah, he was.
Let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about one of my favorite parts of this episode.
The AI generated.
When Nick Fury came down on the spaceship, and it was all hazy and zoomed out, and it was very like Third Encounters.
I guess
it was a nice little homage.
Let's talk about how little effort they had to put in to make Samuel L. Jackson look old as shit.
Oh my gosh!
When they showed the flashback, I think it was to Captain Marvel, maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, time has not been kind. The blip was unkind.
The blip was very unkind.
Did people age during the blip?
Old.
They didn't, right? That's like one of the points they've made in prior Marvel canon.
Yeah, they did age.
How do they explain
how much time has passed?
Dead Nick Fury looks almost.
It's best not to think about it. Well, once he shaves the beard off, I think he'll look more normal, and he's got to get the eye patch back on because apparently
he can put the eye patch back on. But I mean, like,
he also like
what's up with that old?
74?
I mean, like, let's look at Al Pacino. Shout out to Al Pacino, 83 years old, just had a child.
How old was his wife, though?
His wife is 20. His girlfriend, his baby mom, is 29 years old.
Oh, you're kidding me! Wow,
nope.
That's like
hashtag shoot that shot.
Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ah! Dude, is that
the
noise he makes when he comes?
See what I mean? Can't get a word in edgewise with Major. That hasn't changed.
I wish there
if I blew Al Pacino, if I was like some hot chick and I don't know, went to a red carpet event, and I got Al Pacino and I blew him, and he can go hoo-ha when he came, I would be disappointed. I would be thoroughly upset.
You want to
And
see
if
my
he
little
didn't-
friend?
I'm saying, if he didn't say that line when he unzipped his pants, I'd be very,
Yes.
very disappointed.
Want to see my big friend? Hoo-ah.
Say
Hello to my
hello
little
to my
friend.
little friend.
Ooh,
So-
that's sexy, because that's how you know it's confident. You know, 'cause, you know.
I just
you
want
know,
to
that
call
old saying.
back attention to my pun, Al Paternity Chino. but
Al
no one
Paternity.
else-
Al
No, I
Paternity.
didn't hear that. That's really good.
What was his coffee drink in that Adam Sandler movie, Jack and Jill? Dunkachino. Hoo-ah.
He was smart.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Pacino.
I haven't seen that movie, but it's so funny because like he's watching the commercial of Dunkin' Donuts, and he just turns to Adam Sandler. He's like, "No one must watch this ever."
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, "That's what he
Alright.
meant about the entire movie." But yeah, Secret
All right,
Invasion.
so
Here's
what
the-
was
one more
Nick
question.
Fury-
One more.
Oh god.
Do you think Joe Biden could get someone pregnant right now?
No. Next
Do you-
question. You break a hip. Anyway.
Break a hip.
Uh,
No, that's perfect. She'd trip, he'd fall over a sandbag. Boom. Sex.
Well,
Of course, you still have the TV going, or is that someone else?
no, it's not me. I guess Tim
Oh.
snuck on or something.
Not me either.
So anyway, Secret Invasion. What did y'all think about the AI generated intro? Because it's apparently causing a lot of controversy online because they're saying like, well, some animators were put out of work because of these.
I
This
thought
intro.
this was AI generated. I thought it was hilarious, dude. I thought this was a big dick move. Like for Marvel for the last year to face so much fan criticism and backlash over their crappy CGI, and so like they're just like, all right, fine, we just won't do CGI. We'll just have animation. We'll just we'll get the
Well,
people behind.
You get the AI to
I
do
don't know
it.
if y'all noticed it either, but their CGI budget. I mean, I was thinking about this when I first heard about the announcement of the show, but like to animate all of the Skrull, I was like, how are they going to do that? But they didn't. In the opening scene or not in the opening scene, but the scene where Amelia takes the G-name guy to meet Granite, when you see all the kids playing and a lot of the adults in new Skrullos,
Yeah, those are
they're wearing prosthetics.
those are costumes, right?
They're wearing
yeah,
prosthetics.
Yeah. I do prefer the practical effects, to CGI. Every
It's not,
time.
and I mean, especially if it's gonna be shitty CGI. Like, I'd rather have good prosthetics than shitty CGI. I mean, Star Trek for
Yeah.
decades has
Well,
shown us how
Yeah,
great
definitely.
good prosthetics can be.
The only
Well,
time-
just,
not to mention it. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
Miss Marvel, when what's her name sacrifices herself, it's one of the worst CGI effects in any Marvel thing, and I think they had to like move on from that.
You're gonna have to remind
You
me
know
'cause
what?
that movie was very
I give you a
forgettable.
lot more props than I can say because I don't think I finished Miss Marvel.
Whatever that show was with the Marvel show
The
that was on
CGI
recently.
just-
Captain
It was
Marvel.
atrocious.
Indian chick. She was like I was. You know what? All right, I don't want to go back to that one. We need to come back to freaking Secret Invasion. But the only
Yes.
thing I'll say about Miss Marvel is the first episode I really liked, and it was literally downhill from there.
Yeah, I
That's
think
when they
like
fired the showrunner, right? After the first episode.
I think she
Showrunner
left.
got
She
canned?
left, but I don't want to talk about Miss.
Oh, for
Marvel.
creative
All right,
differences.
so
Yeah.
Secret Invasion. Why was Nick Fury off of the planet?
Crossing the road.
I think he was traumatized because of the blip or something like that. That was sort of like
The-
the explanation they gave.
well,
And they had
They
him on
explain-
some
no,
kind
no.
of orbital defense thing.
Yes.
they explain it in a after credit scene after I forget which movie, but basically he knows it's coming, and he's with two other Skrull who are like good Skrulls,
Yeah.
and they're like, we have to get ahead of this, and so he leaves with them to get ahead of it, and then we haven't heard of him since.
That might
Yeah,
have
he's
been
up on that
the
space
Guardians
station
of
up
the
at the top,
Galaxy, or was
It might
He's
have
at the
been
watch
because he's
tower.
in a SUV, and they're really Skrulls, and he's like, we got to get ahead of this, and we need to work together.
Oh, okay. That was at the end of No Way Home, right? I think.
Might have been,
I
yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
though, because if he was working on the Skrull issue the entire time in Saber, then why was he not communicating with his good Skrull friends on Earth like Agent Hill? Which that was a plot twist for me. Now, what do you think are the odds that Agent Hill was a real person and then became a Skrull, or do you think Agent Hill was a Skrull the whole time?
Well, she didn't.
I
turn
think
back
Skrull the whole
after-
time.
She didn't turn back after she got killed.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I changed my answer because I thought she
No,
was
she
a
did.
Skrull.
I thought she was a Skrull.
No, she got shot.
died?
Yeah, so we saw her change. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I looked real, yeah, because I felt real fucking stupid from my wife because I was talking to her about this. I was like, Maria Hill's been a Skrull the whole time because we saw her change in the SUV. But then she got
Right.
shot and killed, and she didn't change back. And I was like, what is this not Obi-Wan Kenobi bullshit going on here? So maybe she is a human, and there is a counterpart after all. Maybe that's what we just found out.
I think a lot of fun with this show, or the potential fun, could be like Westworld. We don't know, like, we didn't know who was a robot and who wasn't on that show. I think this show will be the same way. Like, we don't know who's a Skrull, who isn't a Skrull.
Good episode.
Is
but
the
overall,
president a Skrull?
I think they're
Probably.
gonna really miss. I think they're gonna shoot a big miss on this. Like, this show could be so good. There could be so much subtext and political intrigue, and like, I don't think this show is gonna take enough risk to maximize its secret invasion.
Well, I'm taking bets. Who thinks the president is a Skrull? I'm
yes,
saying
I
100%.
agree.
I'm saying, well,
That's
we
how
saw.
you get Harrison Ford as the president.
Oh yeah, well, he's gonna become Red Hulk in the was it Captain America movie he's gonna be in?
Isn't Red Hulk? Oh yeah. Conspiracy tinfoil hat times. Disney changed Captain America New World Order to a Brave New World.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I thought it was a bold choice to call it a New World Order.
Oh, because of
Anyway.
because it's the rap group, right? Or the rap album.
Just the
Okay,
conspiracy
so-
theory that of one government.
Oh wait, no, I think it was the wrestling team. I'm thinking of the New World Order. Yeah.
So I was looking this up online, and apparently, they're saying that it was actually Maria Hill that died. So maybe
Yeah.
there was a Skrull and Maria Hill that was
That's
there.
what I'm
So
thinking
Maria
now.
Hill is dead, and it's really sad because I'm reading about it. And it sounds like she was actually like a pretty big character in the comics.
Yeah, she was a big deal. That the fact they killed her, like, because the entire show is like all around
Maybe
ancillary
she-
characters. Like, all
But
around
you
the
know
show.
what? There have been
George,
stories of people trying, like actors trying to bail on Marvel because of just the sheer volume of projects, and maybe Colby, what's her name, was done with it, and that she was like, yeah, go ahead, kill off.
She
Agent
hasn't
Hill.
done much in like recent
that's
years.
what
This
it
is
is.
How,
got How I Met Your Mother money.
Avengers.
Why is she?
Do you
doing
remember
anything?
Avengers? Like in the original The Avengers, she actually had a pretty decent sized role.
yeah, and then I think she was in Age of Ultron for like a one scene, and then she had like her own show called Stumptown on CBS that got canceled, and I don't think I've seen her since. So it was like the first thing I've seen her in like 7 years. So yeah, I'm surprised they killed her off. That was a unexpected twist. So I was like, huh, way to go, Secret.
What a twist!
What the twist? But I mean, yeah. So I think I don't think she's a Skrull because her corpse did not Skrullify like the.
Can we talk
physicist.
about
it
how
would've
much hotter
changed
Amelia
that.
Clark is as a blonde?
Yes.
Was she blonde? Yes, I thought she was.
No,
she's
no.
blonde
When
as
she wasn't
Daenerys.
blonde.
Oh, you mean she has white? She has white hair as Daenerys. She's a
Yeah.
snowflake. I don't know poor choice of words,
Yeah,
but
we'll call it platinum.
what do you call it? A flat? Yeah,
Platinum blonde.
platinum blonde. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. What's her
We-
character's name? Gonorrhea.
We
Gaia?
like to promote
Gaia?
positivity.
Well, Gaia is like the Earth Mother in popular Native American
Gaia
culture.
of dragons.
Oh, yeah. It's controversy.
So maybe
Sure.
there's a
Gaia of
little bit of
dragons.
foreshadowing there. I don't know.
She's gonna choose
But,
to save the Earth.
Obviously her role is to be the most, conflicted character. She's the, of course she's probably going to be a plot turning point. But did she betray them? I think that she set it all up. That was pretty clear to me. Or do you think, since we don't see her after that exchange, do you think they caught on to her betrayal and turned her?
Well, do we know why she turned against Gravik and went back to her dad? Was it like a scene that made her? Because I thought there was like supposed to be something like she sees Gravik like do something like really evil, like kill innocent people or kill an innocent Skrull, and then she decides to go back to her dad. So it seemed like the heel turn, or I guess the head turn, because she's gone on the side of good towards the end of the episode, was sort of too quickly done.
They didn't really go into it too much, but they kind of, showed her distraught over the mention of her mother's death.
Oh, okay. So that was the catalyst. Okay.
Yeah, and he makes a point of telling her that it was, the people that she's working with now. So like, Gravik who killed her mother. But we don't know anything else about it right now. Like, we don't know anything more about how her mother was killed, who actually killed her, any of that stuff. Like right now, we're taking Talos on his word as much as Gaia was.
I bet Gravik did it, or maybe
Gravik did it.
or maybe just like Tony Stark ran over her when he was driving drunk. Who knows? That would be an amazing plot twist. If they
And then
did that.
Tony Hawk puts on a Skrull mask and he's like, "Oh, I'm Gravik. Oh, I was a Skrull the whole time."
I can't believe Gravik did that. Biggest plot twist there. Have Robert Downey Jr. come back.
Skrull violence is truly a parasite on society.
Yeah, so that'd be the best twist ever. See, this is why we should write for Marvel.
Hey, we can. I heard they have some job openings right now.
Oh yeah, for writers. Although we'll never be able to get the WGA. I guess that'd be a thing to get into.
I don't know. I'm just a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like my writing talents would be good enough that I don't need a guild. Like, I'll just write good content, and then you'll fucking pay me for my good content.
Scab.
Major, I can see you being decent at laying out overall plot lines, but I can see you being terrible at like the architecture of filler.
Oh my god, yes. I
can't write dialogue.
I could not do actual script writing. I would be like there. I would pitch the plot. We'd work.
I just want to be an idea guy.
I'm an idea guy, and then someone would write the script, and then I would just come back over and I would just add dad jokes in at the end. I'd be like, "Hey, this could be a pun."
Oh, like Dan Harmon.
This word. Yeah, exactly. Right, like.
Or Justin Roiland, I guess, because he's had very little to do with the actual writing process.
I'm not trying to fucking write a script. I'm like 3 years away from ChatGPT being good enough to write a script for me, right? So I'll just keep all my good ideas in the back burner. I got better things. I got better uses of my time, I guess.
Yeah. So, what did y'all think about the opening scene with Everett Ross? We kind of skipped over that. We're talking like the conspiracy guy, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go tell Fury this."
He was
killed like two of my favorite
dressed
Marvel
up
characters in the first episode, bro.
Yeah, it was like, I'll tell Fury about this. It's like, okay, and then he attacks him.
Yeah.
You've always called him Nick.
It was just like that meme. What's that?
Spider-Man.
Oh, I guess they kill him. Never mind.
Spider-Man. They're pointing at
with
each other.
with
Charlie from It's
what's
Always
his
Sunny.
name? Yeah, what's his name when he's got the wall of all the?
Yeah, Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when he has
what he's wearing even looks like from the.
Yeah, that's basically that meme for this opening episode. I think
Which is how we're gonna feel at the end of all of this. I think we're all gonna. That's how we're all gonna be throughout this. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe.
Trying to piece everything.
We're gonna cover every episode of Secret Invasions. Follow us on Twitter at Zealots Podcast. Forrest is in charge of it. He should be tweeting stuff. I don't know if he does. No one follows it. We all follow it. He doesn't
recently.
do anything. I'm just calling out on it. Cough, wink, wink. But Secret Invasion's back, and we're gonna secretly invade Twitter. Now that cis is a slur, Forrest feels comfortable enough to go back on Twitter. So hopefully, Zealots Podcast Twitter will be coming back at you. Make sure to subscribe.
And we promise we only make slight political snide comments. We're not actually a political podcast.
Oh no, we're just making jokes. We're not political.
We're pretty much just like telling how disappointed we are with the latest Marvel product. That's pretty much what this podcast has become. Although, Matt, I think you might enjoy this show just because like Marvel's just been churning out like subpar shows like the past 2 years, and this one's actually watchable.
I will say this. I do have a bit of Marvel fatigue. I have tried to watch Thor, Love and Thunder 3 different times, and I've fallen asleep. I still have yet to watch Ant-Man, Quantumania, so like I'm so far behind, but I think I will give this one a chance.
This one has very little CGI.
This feels like Andor.
Yeah.
Ooh, I never watched
like Andor.
I think the best way to describe this is Invasion of the Body Snatchers meets the Jason Bourne movies.
So it's an allegory for communism in the end.
It takes place in Moscow.
What's the Liam Neeson movie where he's like
Taken?
Memory?
Darkman?
No.
Unknown.
Like super old.
Unknown.
The show. Yeah. Oh my god, that's what it is.
But I thought he had amnesia.
Let's talk about Russia for a second. Bold choice, having this set in Russia.
This was filmed before the war in Ukraine, obviously.
I mean,
the
fact that they showed bombs going off in Russia might be a little bit of a point of contention.
It's like, it's just a bold choice right now.
Yeah, he's like, Putin's gonna be like, I've seen your
You could have easily 80-yard like a fake country, like where the whole bomb, they decimated that city.
Or Sokovia,
Yeah, Sokovia. Yeah, Sokovia. Yeah, just make a fake. Yeah,
Feige's be like, oh, you thought we meant that Moscow? We meant this fictional Moscow from issue 43 of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Totally
what's that other place? Yeah. We just went there in the Hawkeye show. That's the evil. The crime place. Shanghai.
Oh, Madripoor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's not like Marvel's like afraid to make up places.
I mean, they made up an entire Earth for Guardians 3.
They made up an entire race called the Skrulls. And then they called it, like, dude, like, is someone just a fan of Skrillex? Or like,
oh my god.
Welcome to Skrillex Town. And I'm like,
Skrulls have been around since like
for forever.
70s or something.
Yeah, they're an X-Men as well.
Well, they were in, like, I think the second Fantastic Four issue, and that was like 1962 or 1. So they've been around like the very beginning of the Marvel. But it would be hilarious.
Their powers are not really crazy. Like, they have, I wouldn't even call it superhuman strength, but they have extra human strength. Is that a thing?
No, so there's the Skrulls have 2 power sets. They can either go shapeshifter or Skrull mode, right? So they can shapeshift and take on the identity of anyone, or they can take on like superhuman powers, but they can't shapeshift. And it's like that's like a fun decision in comic book race.
Or they could have what the Super Skrull does. He has all 4 powers of the Fantastic Four, but I doubt we're going to see him in this because we haven't even introduced the Fantastic Four yet. But I mean, that would be in mind.
Did in Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, with Mr. Fantastic getting ripped to shreds, dying
that was dark.
Yeah, so
dark or dumb.
I don't think we're gonna see.
Maybe look into who Black Bolt is, though. That was very interesting.
It was the guy.
You should look up his name.
Blackagar Boltagon.
Blackagar Boltagon.
Yeah. And he's like on Thunderbolt or some shit.
No, he's an Inhuman from the moon. He's a moon person.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, well, he can't say anything.
All right,
otherwise he'll blow your face off. Yeah.
So back to Secret Invasion.
Is that like a She-Hulk Secret Invasion crossover? She-Cret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
She's just twerking next to the Skrulls. Like, finally, someone who understands what it's like to be green. And then
the
comes up.
Claps back.
The what?
I'm actually curious to see if, in Secret Invasion here, if we'll see more of their relationship with the Kree. So,
yeah, they hate the Kree. They hate those blue people. Why can't green people and blue people live in peace? Yeah, so I mean, I think because like the Krees are the arch enemies of the Skrulls in the comics, and I'm guessing they're gonna hold off from introducing the Shi'ar Empire. That's like the third like major empire in the Marvel universe because that's like more X-Men related.
Yes.
So they might be holding off from introducing them for that. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they bring up the Kree. That'd be a great plot twist like halfway through the season. It's actually the Kree. Gravik's actually a Kree. He's not even a Skrull at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, or he's a Skrull who's sold out to the Kree.
Exactly. Because they have to loop the Kree in somehow.
Well, yeah, because they got to do like Kree Skrull War.
Yeah, I mean, that dates back to the 60s. I mean, that's like kind of where we find the Skrull is because of the Kree.
Planet Earth, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, because Kang, I think they're not going to go forward with Kang anymore because Jonathan Majors is in trouble. So his name.
Did I read a headline? He got fired.
Yep.
Officially?
Officially.
Was that today?
2 days ago.
Oh,
Is he for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let go.
Then they're gonna cast.
Wow, that's such an expensive statement for them to make.
Yes,
Jesus.
They had a lot invested in that series.
Two things.
Not only that, but Star Wars. Shit.
Is this
going to? Actively, they're not. I mean, but he could have maybe had a spin-off series or something, or a movie about how. I don't know.
Who Kang?
Jonathan Majors.
Just as an actor, yeah, he could have done Disney for 2 or 3 decades.
You know what they could do? They could have Denzel Washington play future Kang.
Oh, what is this? What are you? Not Bob Iger? Who's no? Who's the
Eisner?
No, Eisner. But I'm thinking of who's the Disney executive who replaced
Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
That's Perlmutter.
Perlmutter. Okay, yeah. Perlmutter said that just replace him because white people won't be able to tell the difference.
But this way, like it's not like another. It's not the same because Cheadle, like Rhodey was the same age in Iron Man 2, but this is like a future version of Kang. So you need an older actor. So get Denzel Washington.
Let me ask you this: is this going to be another James Gunn situation where Jonathan Majors is fired and then Disney, whether he's innocent or Disney pays him off, right? Like Jonathan Majors comes back later on, or number 2, let's have some fun with this. How does Disney Marvel kill off Kang going forward? Does Dr. Doom come in, or does Galactus come in and just eat that whole council of Kangs? Because that would be badass, right? Like you come in on the next Marvel movie, and it's the post-credit scene, and it's the council of Kangs, and they're all cheering like madmen, and then you just CGI Galactus in the background, and he just comes in,
he just swats him like a fly.
He just eats it. He just eats that whole fucking planet of Kangs. That's how he fucking solves the problem.
He mistakes the Coliseum for a toilet. Boom. Didn't see that twist coming. One last thing
I think you just shit on my joke.
I did. I did. Galactus did. The Devourer of Worlds.
You just took a Galactus shit on my joke.
A Devourer of Worlds has to poop out worlds at some point.
Devourer of jokes.
You can only devour so much where you gotta, defecate. The Defecator of Worlds. So, y'all don't like my Denzel Washington idea?
No. I want someone hipper.
Wait, Kang Kong ain't got nothing on me.
All right, here we go. Timothy Chalamet in blackface.
No,
Robert Downey Jr. in blackface. You got to remake Tropic Thunder.
Oh, we're going. All right, guys, going to hell, and the podcast is already there, so we're joining it.
He's playing Tony Stark and Kang. I'm the dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Disguised as another dude from the future. I'm a future dude playing a present dude. Going back to the past dude.
Playing a god, playing a billionaire.
If Kang was a god. Turns out Kang was actually a Skrull the whole time, so you can just have
the whole time.
You can just have what's his face play him. You have anyone play him now.
I can't wait for the last episode to find out Nick Fury has been a Skrull the whole time.
You just you turn the TV, you look at the blank TV screen, and you just see yourself as a Skrull.
Eye or something.
No, you see yourself as a Skrull in the reflection of your TV. You're like, what the hell?
It's like Time Magazine 2006 Person of the Year. It's you.
Yeah, that's me. It was me the whole time.
Wait, I'm a Skrull?
Yeah. Just look down, your hands are all green. It was like, holy shit. Good twist, Marvel. Yeah, I don't know. I think.
Oh wait, speaking of hands turning green, did you hear about Universal returning their rights to Marvel for the Hulk?
Yeah, but what can they do with the Hulk now? I mean, he's got a son with a really bad haircut.
TV show now. Professor Hulk, he can talk. If now, this is the best time to make a Hulk movie. Oh fuck that! So I just watched Jurassic World Dominion, and I need Matt. Oh Matt, I'm so glad you're here because I need to make an apology. I have spent the last several years defending Chris, whatever.
Pratt.
No, not Chris Pratt, the writer. Chris, the fucking awful writer.
Chris McKay.
No, who's the writer for Rise of Skywalker?
I have no idea. But
not Chris. Sorry, Colin Trevorrow.
Yeah,
I've spent several years defending Colin Trevorrow. but I just watched Jurassic World Dominion, and that movie was fucking awful, and it was like written by Colin Trevorrow, and I was like,
where the whole main purpose of the movie is solved without the characters doing anything, and it's just in the background the whole time, and it's solved by itself.
How is this? I want to be pro writer's strike. I want to be pro writer's strike, and then I just see this shit happen over and over again. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe you guys, maybe we just like look. How much did that Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World movie cost? $250 million to make. Don't tell
something
me
ridiculous.
Universal can put $250 million into OpenAI, aka ChatGPT. Give them $250 million to perfect that shit just for screenwriting, right? And then they can just pump out the greatest movies of all time for the next 100 years, right? Or you can just turn out this piece of shit, which might be the better. I mean, it's not the best idea, but dude, it made $1.6 billion. Oh, wait, that's Jurassic World made $1.6 billion, but Jurassic World Dominion made over $1 billion too. How? These movies are trash.
Dinosaurs.
At some point, it's on us. I feel like at some point, it's on us. Like,
I don't know. I guess
we deserve this.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the first Jurassic World. I was like, this is. I mean, Jurassic Park was the best one. Just the novelty of seeing dinosaurs interact with humans, that novelty goes away after the first movie. Because there hasn't been a good Jurassic Park movie since the first one. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's all Universal has right now. But they got Christopher Nolan now.
Well, I mean, dude, at least Colin Trevorrow put all three of the main characters from the first trilogy in the same scene.
Yeah, he went for the nostalgia factor.
Is some feedback he fucking learned from Skywalker, right? Just
pure nostalgia bait. So basically, what they did with Noah.
Oh, speaking of nostalgia, we should probably remember Secret Invasion. Let's get back to that.
Yeah. So Maria Hill died. Spoiler. Sorry, Matt. What else happened? So we got the scroll compound. They're actually growing like actual scroll cabbage.
Oh, but
and
how?
Stuff.
Should we say how?
How with it's people? It's made of people. How did?
Silent Scroll.
Yeah, we should say
how. Soylent Scroll. How they do it? They planned it. I don't know how they do it, Rob.
Oh yeah, it seemed like Fury walked up there, but Fury. It was a scroll dressed as pretend Fury.
Right.
And then the real Fury shows up and he's like, what?
He's like, oh, you're not. I'm not.
You're not cabbage.
I'm me.
So Skrulls are immune to
I'm
radiation. How the hell is Nick Fury going to deal with that massive dosage of radiation he got from 3 dirty bombs going off within 100 feet of him?
Yeah. How are they growing any?
Hopefully, he had a refrigerator.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was he in a refrigerator?
So.
No, I mean, but okay, that was an Indiana Jones reference for people who didn't get it. But Crystal Skull. But like.
No spoilers. I'm gonna watch that.
How is he going to freaking survive that?
Plot armor.
Yeah, probably.
Plot armor.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that hinting that he's a Skrull too? Then
Black Widow fell 30 stories in her own movie, and she was perfectly fine. And like she landed on like a pole or something.
50 times, dude. So many times did she just take this insurmountable damage and just take it.
Plot armor.
Well, Scarlett Johansson can take a pounding, apparently.
Ryan Reynolds knows.
That's what Colin Jost.
That's what Ryan Reynolds said back in 2011, but not presently.
Jeez, that joke's so old. That joke's so old. Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't date it.
I think like that joke was awful. It was like I was gonna say just like Green Lantern, but now I can't because you said old instead of awful. Thanks a lot. So
awful.
Yeah, so it's sort of funny. They had this throwaway line in the show, like, warriors have to stay in their own skins so that Skrulls and humans alike can't tell who they are. I thought that was it's just a BS reason for the actors not to have to wear Skrull makeup.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
So there was one point where they're coming to the Skrull complex, and Emily Clark is like, "Prove you're a Skrull. Show me your true skin." and then they just like cut away to like the back shot of him, and all you see is like his ear. Is like a green scroll ear, and I was like, "Oh no! What is the budget on this film or on this TV series? This is."
Are you
not
talking about when he was
start.
the guy was at the gate?
At the gate, yeah.
And he put the
hat transition.
He takes his hat and he moves the hat across his face, and then he's a scroll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they saved the CGI budget. Yeah.
I
So
was
it's
like,
you don't see the transformation. You see him just like move across his face, and then...
That'd be funny if there's that other transformation scene where he's like, all right, take his face. And then he hears like, hey, Jim, yeah? And the camera pans up to go to, and then it goes down to the scroll. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, just cheap ways to avoid using the CGI budget.
It's a cheap
Hey, Jim, I got that coffee for you. Oh, thanks for the coffee. And you look down. You're a scroll. You're a human now. So I guess they're holding these humans hostage so that people won't find their doubles, won't know their doubles, I'm guessing. So I guess
the only things they've had to see.
Do they have to keep them alive to keep their memory?
I think they just don't want two people looking the same walking around because that'll blow their cover as scrolls. Because that'd be too dark for a Marvel show on Disney Plus. I don't know what they took his mind. So I guess are they like vegetables now?
No, maybe they
blew up. I mean, Disney Plus.
Yeah, what exactly are those?
Exploded 3 bombs in a square.
Well, yeah. How many people did that
terrorist
kill?
attack?
How
many people did that kill?
Well, I think the British lady's gonna get kidnapped by the Skrulls if she's not already a Skrull, which I think she is, and then they're gonna find the compound, and she's gonna be in her mind cocoon, and they're gonna wake her up. It's like, oh, Fury, I'm so glad to see you. So it's I guess they don't really take their mind; they just copy it, they clone their mind like an iPhone. So
I want to point out that in any group of 10,000 people, 11 of them should have doppelgangers. Mathematically speaking, of course, that doesn't make 11 sense, an odd number, right? But 11% of the population should have a twin stranger. So
everyone has a celebrity lookalike, right? Everyone says they look like a certain celebrity. Right?
Yeah, I've gotten at one point meets an old white lady who tells him of a celebrity that they look like in the 60s. I agree. That happens to everyone.
Yeah, so that means you're a Skrull. So kill him. I'm
a good Skrull. Save me.
So yeah, let's talk about the British lady because apparently her last name was Falsworth, and that was the name of Falsworth is the name of Union Jack, who's the Captain America of Britain in the comics. So I guess she's related to that character, Falsworth, who I think was in the first Captain America movie. He was the British guy, on his team. So that was kind of cool for that continuity right there.
That one guy at the beginning, his fall wasn't real.
The guy who was Everett Ross?
I don't remember his name. You find out he's a Skrull after he falls off the roof.
Yeah, that was Everett Ross from Black Panther movies. So I guess he's not in prison anymore? Well, he got broken out by the Wakandans, but I guess he's on the run because he was dating Elaine from Seinfeld and Black Panther 2, and then she was going to arrest him, and he was being transported to prison, and then I think Shuri came to rescue him.
I thought he was say he was in prison forever.
Oh, okay.
Like Wakanda forever. I mean,
yeah.
That's about as good as that. It's just bombing live on a podcast, no big deal, guys.
I can't think of any good puns to save you or save that joke.
No, that's not the reaction that fucking joke deserves. Just really bad.
It's not your loss, it's your Ross. I know, that's all I can.
Thanks for.
That's your Ross, not mine.
With another bad joke.
So, hey, do y'all think that he's related to a Thunderbolt Ross?
I hope so.
I mean, I guess I don't think it's established in the comics, but that'd be kind of a cool connection that we never really thought about. He's like Betty Ross's cousin, or he's a Thunderbolt Ross's nephew, or something like that. This is the really annoying nephew that wants to work in government, and luckily he has a famous or a high connected relative. It's basically his uncle got him the job in the government. It's nepotism.
I mean, sounds like a government job.
Yeah. Well, maybe he'll be in New World Order or Brave New World, whatever they're calling it.
Man, if this TV show was centered in Ukraine instead of Russia, he could have gotten a job working for Burisma.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's funny.
That was a stretch, but I got there. That was a yoga pose and a half.
It's funny you brought up Hulk. Marvel getting the
I'm
the
topical,
rights back to Hulk.
motherfuckers. Like and subscribe.
Well, you just mentioned, Major, that Universal got the rights to Hulk back, right?
No, they lost the rights. Marvel got the rights back, though.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I wonder what's going to happen to Universal's Hulk ride, that roller coaster.
They're going to change it to the Shrek ride.
You're probably not wrong, though.
They just put ears on the Hulk, like the poster. That's what Shrek is.
Boom, it's Shrek
just a really sexy Shrek.
Hulk.
Just a really buffed out Shrek with like the ears.
And like as you're going in line, you got the little kid. Hear the roar. Hear the roar.
Yeah. Well,
Shrek is owned by Universal. They
really?
totally
Okay, wow.
could.
That's what they're gonna do. It's
now
already green.
Now I'm a little pissed off we didn't get a Shrek Hulk team up.
Ooh,
Where is that connected universe?
Guys, that would be an amazing, weird Vegas parlay.
Yeah. Well, it's just funny because they're using the leader is going to be in the new Captain America movie and probably Red Hulk too. And now they can make a Hulk movie where those characters should be in anyway. So it's just ironic to me. I don't know about y'all, but
Isn't it
hey,
ironic?
How about everyone here pitch their Hulk movie for Marvel? Spencer?
Oh, God. All right. So, my Hulk movie, off the very top of my head, immediately being asked, is an aging Bruce Banner being put out to pasture. Where has the anger gone? And the anger is no longer there when he needs it. And, you know, lots of scenes of, what's his name, Mark Ruffalo or whatever, because he's getting old.
Yeah.
He's getting old. So it's like, yeah, that would be an interesting twist. Like, what happens when Hulk gets old? Like, does he lose his anger? And does he, I mean, that's kind of where they've been building, in the end game and everything. Like, he's not as angry as he used to be.
He has
smashes that
an old Hulk who can't perform. He has anger dysfunction or AD.
Is he green or is he gray? I feel like old Hulk's like gray Hulk.
Yeah,
and then he has to get like gamma radiation pills.
Viagra.
They only work for about 8 hours, 4 hours.
Oh gosh, 8 hours. Wow, call a doctor.
Hulk's still angry. What Hulk do?
Hulk find Betty and just
I like
rip her
that.
apart.
Can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead, Major.
So I think this is way oversaturated. I've complained about this a lot. However, being a Hollywood shill, trying to get a writer's job, I mean, not really, but like, I'm going to go ahead and pitch a Hulk shared universe. We have 3 Hulks, right? We have like Edward Bannon, Edward Norton, and Mark
Eric
Ruffalo.
Bannon. Well, yeah, Eric Bannon was the first one in like
right.
03.
So like, I think it's time. Like, we just had a Spider-Verse. We were doing all the multiverses. I think now is when we bring out the shared Hulk universe, right?
But that's gonna be weird because Edward Norton was in the MCU. His Bruce Banner was supposed to be in the MCU. So what universe is he coming from?
Well, we're gonna need some kind of shenanigans. The Hulkiverse, right? We'll figure it out.
Like Johnny Bravo's just in there randomly.
Johnny Bravo painted green. Matt, go ahead. Matt, what's your Hulk?
So before we go for the Hulk pitch really quick, some useless knowledge. There was actually a Hulk comic book series which was called Hulkverine. Well, Wolverine and Hulk, I forget how, created a Hulk Wolverine that they had a battle.
Ooh.
It's an actual comic, I kid you not. But my Hulk movie would be Hulk is really a Skrull and walks away because he has no clue what to do.
And they play a song.
I'm sick and tired of new Hulk remakes, and he's just way too overpowered in this as it is.
And when he's walking away, they're playing the song from the '70s show.
Exactly.
And you just see like his silhouette, and you see the Skrull ears.
Matt, can I do something?
Well, Hulk's always been overpowered. That's like part of the canon.
Yeah.
Like the only way he's not like overpowered is the fact that he has to rely on being angry and shit.
He just gets angrier, more powerful, right? You can't kill him. Matt, can I pitch you?
What if
you and your weary old bones an idea this is what I was. So before I chilled out to Hollywood with my Hulk multiverse pitch, I thought it would be fun to take this back, and we actually get to capture what happened in between the Avengers Infinity War movies, and we get to see him become Professor Hulk, or I guess in the MCU they call him Smart Hulk, right? I don't know why they.
Well, in the comics,
if they do a Jekyll and Hyde kind of movie, right? Like it's artsy, it's fancy, it's nice, but like it's this mad scientist and he's trying to come to grips with the Hulk, and if it's done well, if it's a character piece, right? This could be.
Isn't he like a doctor in like a remote village at the beginning of Age of Ultron or some shit like that?
Oh, the first Avengers movie is. But it's funny that you brought up like what he was doing before he became Professor Hulk, because like in the comics, when he becomes Professor Hulk, he joins a spy team called the Pantheon. So it's sort of like a secret agent.
When could he ever be a spy?
Well, it's you gotta read the comic. You gotta read the comic. But he's super smart, so that's how he gets away with it.
All right.
But like,
I got one more really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. For the multiverse version of Hulk, we go to Edward Norton's Hulk, and this time he's actually able to commit suicide. The end.
Well, it turns out the Edward Norton was actually a Skrull the whole time. That's how they're doing it.
I want to see Edward Norton get curb stomped like in American History X. That's what I want to see.
By a neo-Nazi Hulk.
And then shared universe. Don't forget, we have Thunderbolt Ross coming out, so we also get the Red Hulk, right? Like I'm saying, we get all the fucking Hulks going on.
This is like Doink the Clown. We're gonna get Dink and Donk.
Yo, all right.
So let's hear Robbie's Hulk pitch.
I mean, what if like it instead of getting angry, it was like a different emotion.
Horny.
Oh my god, that would be crazy.
That'd be awful.
Yeah.
You just tear up any woman.
Oh my god, are those blue balls? No, they're green.
Don't make him horny. That makes him want to. All right, you're making me horny, Petty.
Here's my secret. I'm always horny.
All right, my Hulk pitch.
Instead of like an emotion, it was a certain word he said.
What if he was always hungry?
Shazam!
He just eats?
Shazam!
Oh yeah, I guess that would be kind of like a Shazam.
That'd be great. My Hulk pitch would be something actually based off the comics. Would just be a recreation of Wolverine's first appearance, because Wolverine's first appearance was in an issue of the Incredible Hulk. But
don't do anything based off the source material. Who is this guy?
But the way they could do it is like Wolverine's in Canada. Some monster's been killing people, and he thinks it's the Hulk, but it's really the Wendigo.
Yo, mama.
So it could just be like you could just have a three-way fight between Hulk, Wolverine, like Wolverine and Hulk fight at the beginning of the movie or halfway through the movie, and then at the very end it's just a three-way fight. They're fighting the Wendigo, which is like the white furry Hulk.
And the Abominable Snowman.
Yes, basically yes. He's the Abominable Snowman of Marvel. So that's how I would do a solo Hulk movie, God willing. So yeah, Secret Invasion. A lot of Shreks in this. They really do kind of look like Shrek, don't they? Because they got the pointy ears. I mean, they're not round, but
they are green.
So I don't know. Does anyone know any more backstory on Talos? Is he like
he's a good
notable Marvel character?
He was actually in an issue, ironically, of the Incredible Hulk. I think like he was like fighting the Hulk to death, and then like the Hulk pretended to lose so he could get his honor back. He was like a really like ancillary minor character in the comics, but Marvel likes to they want to create a new character.
I think Talos has a good chance of turning on Nick Fury, honestly.
Yeah.
That might be one of the future plot twists.
So he becomes
like already getting fed up with him, like when he killed the Skrull. He was talking about how he wasn't there when his wife died and everything. Like I can see some pent up resentment there.
It turns out he's not really a Skrull. He's actually an Uber Skrull. He's Skrullier than any of the other Skrulls. That's the only way you could.
Super duper. He's super duper.
You fool! You thought I was a Skrull. I'm really a Super Skrull, and then he becomes the Thing. Or no,
Super Skrull.
He gets
He's Super Skrull.
You got Skrulled.
Yeah. So Speaking of Fantastic Four, I think they're about to announce the casting. I think Adam Driver, who played Kylo Ren, because they like to keep Disney likes to keep things in house. He's gonna be Mr. Fantastic.
No, stop. Fuck. They are gonna fuck up this casting so.
Margot Robbie.
I would love it if what's his name, did it.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go with Adam Driver because they love their Star Wars actors. I think Margot Robbie's gonna be Sue Storm.
Yeah.
I could deal with that.
Could you?
Some guy I never heard of.
Actress. She'd at least be convincing, I hope.
She's a good actress, but they're so old.
Well,
like,
I don't give a shit who they cast as Human Torch. I mean, like that was Chris Evans was Human Torch, wasn't he? Or was that
then it was Michael B. Jordan. So it was Killmonger and Captain America.
Can we do Channing Tatum for Human Torch? Is that
what it's some Irish actor never heard of. I think is be considered for Human Torch. And I guess he's gonna do the thing. You're probably gonna guess who the thing is gonna be, but it's the guy who played Thomas Jefferson in Hamilton. I think David Diggs. He's been considered for the Hulk. I mean, for the thing.
I have no idea who Thomas. I love how you thought that was going to be obvious and like.
No.
Everyone's seen Hamilton.
You haven't seen Hamilton?
I thought Hamilton was in Hamilton. Dude, if I knew Thomas Jefferson was in Hamilton, I would have already seen Hamilton.
He's the guy who played Thomas Jefferson, but his name's like David Diggs.
Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson were like contemporaries that fucking hated each other. You ever hear about the Federalist Papers?
And they died on the same day. How amazing is that? July 4th.
Yeah.
Dude, we live in a simulation. Get the fuck out of here! Like, his last words was looks like Hamilton beat me, right?
But was Aaron Burr.
Was that Aaron Burr? I'm trying to.
Yeah, Aaron Burr. Thomas Jefferson was like, you think he had grudging respect for Hamilton, even though he wasn't president. But
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, that's a good news.
Was like free all the slaves I've had sex with, and then all the slaves went free.
Jefferson's last words were "No doctor, nothing more. Is this the 4th? This is the 4th of July."
Thomas Jefferson was like, his last words were, "For the love of God, put me in the quarter, not the nickel. The quarter. Don't make me worth 5 cents."
Okay, no. John Adams' famous last words was "Thomas Jefferson survives." That's what his famous last words.
Thomas Jefferson survives. That was
that's what his famous last words were. That son of a bitch outlived me. But he actually died.
It was Rosebud. That was his last words. Rosebud.
How beautiful is that bromance? Dude, I wish they should have just fucked. They could have been best friends.
Yeah, and tabloids weren't a thing back then, so they could have gotten away with it. So the guy who plays Thomas Jefferson could be the thing. And apparently he's Jewish in real life, so like he got that going for him. So Secret Invasion. I liked it so far. It's not like it didn't blow me away, but it was like just after so much garbage that Marvel's been spewing out.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen, and therefore,
I think part of it is I'm a big fan of Nick Fury too.
And you almost said motherfucker in this episode. Well, it was like the flashback was like motherfucker. I think like every time,
flashback,
every time Maria Hill was like, "You're too old, Nick Fury," I was expecting him to say, "Motherfucker, bitch, what you say?" there's some sort of like expletive written.
If he doesn't say there are too many scrolls,
I've had it with these motherfucking scrolls on this motherfucking planet. Yeah, that'll be a waste opportunity. What was he saying? Pulp Fiction? I'm trying to be the good scroll. I'm trying real no, or something like that. That'd be fine. Just more Pulp Fiction and Stakes on Plane references. So, what do you think is gonna happen next episode? Any thoughts? We lose Major. It's very quiet. Is anyone still?
I'm here.
Still there.
Matt, what do you think is going to happen since you haven't seen the show?
It turns out to be an allegory for communism.
Oh, okay. And then Shrek shows up.
Yeah. Actually,
they find out that the Skrull's true name is actually the Shreks. That's the name of the P. P's back.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
One of the things that
I have a feeling Skrulls
Nick Fury has always historically used tons of gadgets to make up for his humanness, and he didn't any of that.
That's true.
He was kind of just old and grumpy and
definitely ahead of their time tech too. But they've also been running into a lot of aliens and stuff. So.
It is kind of funny that the Skrulls have all this advanced technology, but they're using like primitive dirty bombs. Not primitive dirty bombs, but like, primitive to them. Like, could they make something to themselves?
Well, they were impersonating.
Well, they went and stole them, is what they were.
Well, they didn't need to steal them because the guy who made them was a Skrull.
Well, they found them in Kazakhstan.
They were trying to impersonate Americans against Russia, the terrorist group, to spark a war between Russia and the United States.
Oh, because
they're not wanting people to.
Which we all know is the plot from Sum of All Fears.
Or You Only Live Twice. The 5th James Bond movie. Same thing there. Well, it's just sort of and X-Men First Class, because mutants are also immune to radioactivity. And that was Sebastian Shaw's plan in that movie too. Just have Russia and US fight each other. They're kind of like recycling this idea. But now US and Russia...
real life. Art imitates life.
Yeah, and now it's just like, it's kind of like an actual thing that might happen now. It's just like, okay, can't use it for comic book shows anymore. But I don't know. I'm guessing Maria Hill's going to stay dead. That's my prediction for next week. Nick Fury's going to get his eye patch back.
His eye patch will be on the other eye.
Because he'll be a Skrull, yeah. Because they always have to, when they do a copy of you, they always reverse it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we already saw at the very end Nick Fury being a Skrull, Nick Fury himself.
They reverse it. Sorry about that, my computer.
They reversed the eye patch.
I noticed at the beginning when they were in the city, there's this tall building and it had letters running down the side, but the letters were flipped. They were reversed, like mirrored. And I thought that was very interesting. Something to keep an eye on.
Yes. Well, I really do hope that Nick Fury gets his eye patch next episode. Does it bother anyone who does read the comics? Who does read the comics that they called swords? They call sword Saber in this show.
Oh yeah, that's what Saber is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because they already called sword something else. They fucked up the canon a long time ago.
I think the reason they changed the name is because Joss Whedon created Sword in the comics when he was writing Astonishing X-Men. So they didn't want to give any money or do credit to Joss Whedon, I guess. I don't know.
I thought it was Sword and Shield, but they had already.
Yeah, so that's why it's called Sword in the comics, because that's the sword, and it's like the space version of Shield. So it's like Sword and Shield, but
so now it's Saber and Shield.
Now it's a Saber, so I don't know why. Maybe because they own Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's
I like
why.
Sword more.
It's like Saber, but I don't know. Maybe Sword will come later.
Did I miss them saying what Saber stood for?
I don't know. It'd be hilarious. I think they're probably going to, besides having a sword, they're going to rename it Rapier. Just use every sword. Use every sword out of that. Just use every kind of bladed weapon except sword.
No, we found this out back in WandaVision.
Yeah, it's like we are no longer called Saber. We are renaming the organization. Wait for it, Scimitar. Just a bladed weapon. So. Yeah, hopefully there's going to be a trip to Saber or Sword later in the series. Because I think it's going to take, the new Marvel's movie, Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel movie.
Isn't Nick Fury? I was just about to ask about that, because like in the commercial, we see that
he's in space.
Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel is there in space, and so is Nick Fury. So what is happening?
Yeah, so is he going to be in the Marvels, that movie? That's like the only Marvel movie coming out this year. Besides,
I think they have 2 movies coming out.
Well, right? Nick Fury is integral to Captain Marvel's canon.
Yeah, but I think it's the last Marvel movie out this year is the Marvels, because Guardians 3 already came out. I don't think anything else is
that's it. Yeah, that's it. Guardians was the first one. Yeah.
Oh, that movie was so good. I hate that I missed the episode y'all talked about it.
Oh, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3? We talked about it. I think we did, right?
He said he missed it.
Oh, we just never talked about Cross the Spider-Verse. We didn't talk about that one. That was pretty good.
I don't think we talked about the holiday special either. So
we talked about it. We talked about how we hated it.
Okay.
That's like 99% of the things we talk about in this podcast. I hated it. But hey, Invincible's coming out later this year, I think.
Invincible.
And Robbie,
season 4 of The Boys.
Ooh, yeah. So,
I'm looking forward to that.
And Seth Rogen's also doing the new Teenage Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, there's going to be, apparently, speaking of Ninja Turtles, they're making a new Ninja Turtles video game with based on the graphic novel The Last Ronin.
Ooh.
Where you're the last Ninja Turtle, and there's like, you obviously inherited your brother's weapons, and there's like spectral versions of your brothers that like come and visit you and, give you quests and shit. Sounds actually, and it's supposed to be open world, which is going to be awesome.
Nice. They just delayed that new Suicide Squad game like by another year because like everyone hated the gameplay trailer because it's basically just like was it loot? What's the term? Loot share? You just like play and you just like buy more stuff you don't need. So like, everyone's pissed off about that. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to this year. We'll do Spider-Verse next podcast, maybe this weekend if people have time, because it's going to be like another week before we get into the Secret Invasion show. But I think Matt, you'll like it.
Hey, I participated.
I'll give you like I was cautiously optimistic. Feel thumbs up. But yeah, so Robbie actually got the Invincible graphic novel at HeroesCon this weekend.
Yeah, I got the first one.
So he's probably gonna. So you're probably gonna read.
Pay for it. I want to know what you paid for it versus what I paid for.
Well, it was the compendium. I got it for $40.
Okay, same price as Amazon.
Yeah,
it was like 40. It was a little over 40 on Amazon.
No, it was expensive as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, you bought that later in the day, right?
Yeah, because I saw a $30 one, but it looked all marked
15 pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna buy a Spawn compendium earlier in the day, and I was like, I don't want to carry that phone book around with me all day. I'll just buy it later, and it was gone when I went back.
Bummer.
They she was like, do you have any more Spawn compendium ones? Like, no, we got 2, 3, and 4. I was like, oh, yeah. I'll just skip the first 50 issues. I'll totally know what's going on.
You could have gotten 2 or 3, and then gotten the first one on Amazon or something.
Like, I'll just watch the movie.
Although I hate
they're like $40 each, like Robbie says. They've been like $80. But I bought the first volume of Batman by Chip Zdarsky.
Dude, in other pop culture news, did y'all hear that there's a rumored UFC deal with Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk?
Yes,
I think
it's been confirmed. Dana Carter.
Wait, so is that legit?
Dana White?
Yeah, the president.
And Dana is also a guy.
Dana White.
I learned today.
Dana White has confirmed that, and I think it's amazing. Like if Joe Rogan like commentates, and Mark Zuckerberg and Joe and
now I smoked DMT with Mark.
That'd be pretty
Elon,
crazy.
I gotta say, Elon held his DMT way better. Let's see how that plays out in the fight.
Right,
yeah.
But Zuckerberg just won won his black belt.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, yeah.
Oh wow!
How rigged is that? Who knows?
But his instructor was AI though, so it doesn't really count.
You know what? Whoever loses, the people watching win.
What's the version?
Yeah, right?
What's Facebook's VR called?
The metaverse.
Yeah, he got his black belt via the metaverse. So it doesn't really
The
count.
petaverse.
I was thinking the same.
That's where he got his black belt. So he's getting his ass handed to him by Musk.
The petaverse. Come on, someone give me credit for that. The petaverse. Come on.
Like people against
petaverse,
people for the ethical treatment of animals. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Spawn. Read it. No. I think what I was gonna say is I actually watched the Spawn cartoon on HBO. It's really good, so I recommend that. Yeah,
for the '90s, it's one of the best.
And then like season 3, and then I'm like, okay, I can't wait for season 4. And there was nothing else. I was like, what the fuck? It was good, so good. So I'm gonna have to read the comics now.
It was an HBO animated series, though. Like,
yeah, it had every. It was rated MA. It had like every single warning, like violence, sexuality, dialogue. What's the other one?
Right up your alley, Forrest.
What's the other one? Dialogue. Yeah, great at dialogue.
Love some good dialogue.
So yeah, definitely watch it. It's very good. Way better than the movie, which
I've never watched the movie.
The movie, it was basically 90s CGI, so take that.
It's bad.
Yeah. The guy who voices Scooby-Doo is the voice of Malbolgia. The voice of Megatron is the voice of Malbolgia. So you will lead my army. So it's pretty awful.
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo is the clown.
Yep.
He was in a lot of bad movies in the 90s. He was in Super Mario Brothers. He was in Spawn.
The Pest. Has anybody seen The Pest?
I have.
Yep. That's a bad movie that's good.
He's really good at playing annoying characters. He was actually in John Wick. He was like surprisingly not annoying, but he's in a lot of stuff. But
he was less annoying, marginally.
Yeah, he was more, I guess, tough in John Wick. So everyone's mad about Mel Gibson being the John Wick show. I read that today.
What?
Mel Gibson's getting like the John Wick spin-off show called The Continental. And people are pissed off because of his anti-Semitic comments from 20 years ago. So,
go figure.
Yeah. So I think next time, if y'all want to do a podcast, maybe this Sunday, we can do Across the Spider-Verse. We'll give Major some time to watch it. Spencer, have you seen it?
I'm not gonna have time. I have a rugby tournament this weekend.
Okay. All right. Well, you're always welcome on the podcast. Regardless.
What a special episode.
Yeah, good seeing you on here after a while.
Yeah, it was like you won't make it for the 100th episode, but maybe the 105th. So yeah, but glad to have you back. Glad Matt.
It was a secret invasion of old friends.
Yes, you secretly invaded this podcast, so yeah, it all worked out. So, but let Major.
The introduction of we had a secret invasion of old.
Yeah. Of old friends, yeah.
Rob's good to the joke.
So, Major, you want to plug the podcast?
Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the Secret Invasion as much as we did, go ahead, let us know on Twitter at Zealots Podcast. You can go ahead and rate this podcast if you want to. If you give us a 5-star review, we'll read it out. That'll be pretty fun. Say penis as many times as you want to on the comment. I dare you. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We really appreciate it. Yep. Disney Marvel. This has been the first episode, but we're watching you. Literally, we're watching you. Miss Marvel's first episode was pretty good, but
I wasn't going to say
the rest of the season turn out?
That exact same thing.
Yep. How will the rest of the season turn out? Who knows? You'll have to tune in.
Well, how many episodes?
Episode
6
of Secret Invasion. Okay, so we got something to talk about for next 6 weeks. Hopefully, The Boys.
So this is supposed to be a movie at one point.
Yeah, hopefully The Boys premieres right after this, or Invincible, or something good.
Hopefully, they don't delay Deadpool 3 again.
Oh, they will.
Yeah,
because Ryan Reynolds wants to ad-lib as much as he can. And he can't do that during the writer's strike.
A union.
Yeah.
Old member.
All right, but yeah, lots.
Damn, guys, thanks so much for listening.
Yep, I'm Forrest.
Major.
I'm Robbie.
Matt.
And I'm Adam Michelma.
Woo! All right, see ya.